Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, First at 5.
First at 5, he is thankful to be alive after being hit and run over by a drunk driver. We're going to have his amazing story coming up. But first up, what's the difference between natural COVID immunity and vaccination immunity?
Good question. 50%, maybe even 60% in some parts of the country have antibodies due to natural exposure, meaning you aren't vaccinated and you get COVID. But reports say if you have been vaccinated, it supercharges your immune system to boost your antibodies. Right now, the CDC says Omicron has less of a severe impact for COVID patients. Those factors include higher vaccination coverage, immunity from previous infection, and possibly lower spread of the variant. But now, local doctors say you might not want to take that chance with natural immunity.
The biggest problem with natural immunity, really is a fine concept if you don't get too sick. Of course, if you don't get the vaccine, if you're waiting to get infected, you're taking a chance.
Today, the Georgia Department of Health reported more than 11,000 new cases. All right, we want to take a look outside to the weather. Well, it's been a pretty nice day out there. You know, it was strange. We had snow and then pretty warm temperatures. Mikhail, if you don't like the weather here, you seriously just have to wait a day or two, right, and it completely changes.
Definitely, especially this year, the weather has been very flip-floppy. So, as Mayor said, we saw snow on Friday evening, and now we're seeing above average temperatures. Yesterday, more of a seasonal feel for today. We did see a decent amount of cloud cover, but those temperatures, even right now, still in the upper 50s to near 60, which is a seasonal feel for where we should be for this time of year. A look out towards Aiken County, South Carolina, you can see a few peaks of blue sky, but still a lot of cloud cover out there, and those temperatures at about 58 degrees right now with those winds nice and calm. Those winds will be shifting to more of a northeasterly flow as we head towards tomorrow morning, just bringing in some colder air for us, and we'll see those temperatures right around the upper 30s to low 40s for daybreak on Wednesday. And then heading towards your Wednesday afternoon, it will be a below average day, likely seeing locations north of I-20 only in the upper 40s, and then for us here around Augusta, low 50s, maybe some mid 50s south of Augusta. And again, those winds will be out of the northeast and between about 8 to 12 miles per hour, so that'll be bringing in some colder air, so a very chilly breeze for tomorrow on top of those cooler temperatures for your Wednesday afternoon. As far as weather headlines, we are going to be tracking those below average temperatures as we finish off the work week, staying mostly dry until we head towards Friday. We'll talk more about those rain chances coming up.
Miguel, thank you. A school community coming together today to honor one of their own. This morning, a balloon release for 6-year-old Elena Keels, who died in a car crash just a few weeks ago. Elena was a first grader at Douglas Elementary School there in Edgefield County. Her entire school gathering on the playground today, every first grader releasing a balloon in her memory. Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to hear what all this means for that little girl's family.
In about an hour, Aiken County School Board could decide if your child will go to school year-round. It is a big decision. Parents weighed in on the change last week. About 110 people showed up to town halls about this plan. Another 4,000 parents weighed in through a survey. If the school board votes yes on these changes, students would still go to school the same number of days they do now. Summer break would be shorter, and they would just get more breaks throughout the year. That meeting is set to start at 6 o'clock. Of course, we will let you know if they decide to vote tonight.
Well, this guy's lucky to be alive, thankful to be alive. After trying to stop a drunk driver in Atlanta, Jamie Kennedy talked to the man after this scary experience.
I guess I'm just grateful and thankful to be alive.
And that's because Jeff Whitmire was run over and dragged in a parking lot. The whole terrifying incident caught on camera.
Looking at him, there was expression on his face, and I don't know if it was just panic or rage. It was just hard to explain.
According to Whitmire and police, the driver had been at the Friends on Ponce bar and come up to the bar and asked for medical assistance. Whitmire, who had previously worked at the bar, suggested the man get some air as paramedics were called. The two men then walked outside before Whitmire turned around to go back for some water. Then in the video, you see the man walk to his car and begin to hit vehicles before running over Whitmire.
I'm yelling, stop, stop. And in the video, you see where my body kind of slouches after he hits my car. And it wasn't because of the fact that he hit my car. Me and the gentleman made eye contact at that time. And at that time, I knew exactly what was about to happen, and I felt kind of trapped, knowing that there was no way for me to react quick enough to get out of his way.
In the video, you see Whitmire was able to roll away from the car as it nearly hits another man. Amazingly, he was able to walk away and sustained relatively minor injuries considering the impact from the car.
My abdomen has road rash. My top, back, shoulders to down the middle of my back has road rash from being drugged under the car. My knees sustained laceration to the right leg that required stitches.
So what a close call that was for him. Back in June last year, we had a hit and run very similar to that story. We have video from that incident. It was on Broad Street, and that's when the driver of a Jeep Patriot was in a crash that damaged at least 3 vehicles. That driver later charged with DUI.
Gosh, amazing that man lived to tell the story. Wow. 2 Augusta commissioners say they are stepping up to more detail at an upcoming work session coming up in about 2 months. That work session will talk about the fate of other underused parks in the county as well.
More than 8,500 U.S. troops on alert this afternoon. They could be deployed to Eastern Europe to deal with those rising tensions between Ukraine and Russia. Tensions between Ukraine and Russia rising over the last few years, really. So far, 13,000 people have died in that ongoing conflict. But for families here in the U.S., the idea of their loved ones deploying there is concerning.
It's like we're caught in the middle of something that we have of course, we have no control over. That's what they're in the military for, to fight for our country. But they're going over to fight for someone else's country.
U.S. officials say there is still room for diplomacy before they make the decision to send those troops, but they're watching that situation very closely.
The sister of a man who died in police custody is now suing 5 ex-police officers. All of this happened in 2020 in Charlotte. The man on your screen, Harold Easter, died 3 days after his arrest. The sister's lawsuit says the officers failed to give medical help after watching him swallow drugs, beg for water, and then tell them he couldn't breathe. At the time of the investigation, all 5 officers were slated to be fired and resigned shortly after.
A former Rock Hill police officer is on the stand for assaulting a suspect's brother during the other man's arrest. Video shows Travis Price collecting his brother's belongings, something officers on the scene gave him permission to do. Yet the defense says Jonathan Marino was not aware of that. The defense called Marino to take the stand. He said as he approached Travis to investigate why he was there, he claims Travis pulled away.
I don't know his relationship to Ricky. I didn't know his business at the traffic stop. I didn't know what his intentions were. I didn't have time to think at that moment. The only thing that I was thinking about was the same thing he was thinking about, defending my brothers and sisters.
Travis Price is suing the city, claiming harm to his reputation. The Rock Hill police chief says Marino was fired for failing to de-escalate that situation. The Atlanta Braves worked hard to win it, and you're going to get a chance to see it up close. We're going to tell you about the championship trophy tour coming our way, Mikkel.
Beautiful skies over Aiken right now. We'll see some gradual clearing as we head towards midnight and overnight into your Wednesday morning. Your forecast next.
All right, can you see it? There it is, right there. The Atlanta Braves taking that 2021 World Series trophy on tour. And yes, Augusta's getting a visit. This event starts February 15th in Atlanta, with the trophy slated to make a stop here in Augusta with the Green Jackets at SRP Park. We don't have a confirmed date. We don't have a confirmed time, but we will let you know just as soon as we hear something. The good news is that trophy at the center of a big celebration is coming our way.
And how cool is that we've got the minor league connection
Yeah, I love that too.
to the Atlanta Braves? Fun stuff. Of course it's coming to SRP Park. It's going to be a long line for sure of people wanting to see it.
That's
and,
right.
Yep, it'll be so much fun. And Mikkel, I cannot understand this weather pattern.
Yeah.
I mean, we're dealing with cold weather and snow and ice, and today I had to take off the coat because I didn't even need it.
Exactly. And our weather pattern is generally controlled by warm fronts, cold fronts, and during the fall we tend to see a series of cold fronts that move through, and some of those are stronger than others. So the previous one we saw that allowed us to see some snowfall Friday evening, a lot of things had to come together for that. But but we are going to see another cold front for this week that'll be bringing in some colder air for us as we finish off the work week. But for now, Grovetown I-20 still pretty cloudy. We will see some clearing behind our next front that'll be moving through this evening into tomorrow morning. As far as those temperatures right now, upper 50s to near 60 for many locations around the CSRA. Bushfield is included in that, and those winds out of the southwest right now at about 3 miles per hour. Doppler max radar just showing some cloud cover. We did see a few isolated showers across central and northern portions of our area, but those have now come to an end, and we will see those clearing skies behind that cold front. Also, some colder air, and our pressure will be dropping, our barometric pressure, so that could give those people with arthritis and just achy joints, you could feel those joints giving you a little bit of a problem the next few days behind that cold front. So just keep that in mind as we do continue through the rest of this work week. As far as your weather headlines, we're going to see decreasing cloud cover for tonight. A chilly start for your Wednesday morning, upper 30s to low 40s. Below average temperatures for the rest of this week, and we're going to stay mostly dry until about Friday. That's when our next rain chance does enter the forecast. We do have restaurant week going on in Columbia County right now, so if you're thinking about getting out there for some outdoor dining in particular, the forecast doesn't look too bad. A light jacket wouldn't be a bad idea, but we'll keep things mostly cloudy with those temperatures in the 50s through about 8 p.m. As far as low temperatures for tomorrow morning, upper 30s to low 40s, so it will be a chilly start. We'll also see a little bit of wind as well as we head towards your Wednesday morning out of the northeast in between about 10 to 15 miles per hour at times, so that could make it feel colder than what it will be tomorrow morning. So we're talking about those temperatures possibly feeling like the upper 20s to near freezing as we head from 7 a.m. through about 10 a.m. tomorrow. So it will be on the chillier side for tomorrow morning in those high temperatures. We could see a spread of those, some upper 40s and mid 40s possible north of I-20, and then low to mid 50s around Augusta and south of the Augusta area as well. For your hour-by-hour forecast for tonight, as I said before, we'll see clearing skies, so mostly clear for your start tomorrow. We should have a beautiful sunrise, just a chilly start around the CSRA, and then we'll find those temperatures likely in the upper 40s to low to mid 50s across the entire region, and staying mostly sunny even as we head into your Thursday as well. So lots of sunshine, but just some colder temperatures behind that cold front. A slight chance for rain by Friday, but check out high temperatures for Saturday, only in the mid 40s, and a very cold start for your Sunday morning down towards the low 20s.
Grant me hope.
For men today.
Reporting live from the South Carolina State House, Mary Green, on your side.
Thank you, Mary. South Carolina is among the 49 states with some type of provision in place that requires its state budget to be balanced.
Later this week, an historic Augusta hotel will host a job fair for full-time and part-time positions. The Partridge Inn holding the job fair Friday and Saturday from 9 until 6. They're going to do that at the Crown Plaza over in North Augusta. If you're not able to attend, you can send a resume via email to the address right there on the screen, hwhite@northph.com. They're looking for a full team from managers to night auditors. If you're interested, you can fill out the link with all the positions on our website, wrdw.com. Beautiful place to work right there.
Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger.
Well, beautiful look from Grovetown right now. You can see a very picturesque sky here, a few breaks in the clouds allowing that sunshine to peek through. Those temperatures in the upper 50s from Bushfield Airport, and those winds out of the southwest at about 3 miles per hour, so not too breezy for this evening at all. Those temperatures around the region still holding in the mid 50s for the northern CSRA, some upper 50s as well. A look further south into our region, and we do find those temperatures also in the upper 50s for your evening, so a pretty comfortable evening around the region. A light jacket, not a bad idea as we do continue through the rest rest of your Tuesday evening. As far as the bus stop forecast for tomorrow, it will be a chilly start. Those temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s, and then for your afternoon, we're going to be tracking a cool day around the region and a chilly breeze out of the northeast at about 8 to 12 miles per hour. So that could make it feel a little bit cooler in the morning than what it actually will be. We're talking about those wind chills down towards the upper 20s and near and below freezing through about 9 a.m. And as we head towards 10 a.m., those wind chills do come up just a bit. And especially by midday, we start to see more of the real feel of what it will feel like outside for tomorrow afternoon. So not overly breezy for your entire day. As far as your 7-day forecast, the only chance for rain right now really into Friday. Moisture does look pretty limited Friday night into Saturday, and we'll find those temperatures in the mid-40s right around your Saturday afternoon.
All right, thanks, Mikhail. Still to come in our next half hour, a string of violence impacting our community. Coming up at 5:30, we take a closer look at the open crime investigations.